Hey, what's up guys? Bearcat here, doing another exciting episode of Bearcat Reviews, and today we are taking a look at the Amazon exclusive Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy Ironhide and Prowl 2-pack. And I got this at, like I said, Amazon exclusive, and I gotta say I'm very excited to get these figures for you, to review for you guys, because I already got Ramjet and Dirge and loved them, and Ironhide was my favorite as a kid, and Prowl was also on the top 10 list of Transformers for me. So I gotta say, I'm very excited to get these guys and to review them for you. So, especially since they're in their G1 Earth modes, which I always loved G1, so this makes me even happier. But taking a look here, you see Prowl and Ironhide here, and you can see like Dirge in the background up here, blaster fire around them. Side, it says deluxe class figures. A little art there. On the back, you got some product shots. Not much more at the bottom, not much more at the top. And on the side here, you got the classic poster that they showed for this line. But that's about it with the box. So let's get to it and open up Ironhide and Prowl. And here is Prowl and Ironhide out of the packaging in their vehicle modes. And I gotta say, I love these figures, and I love these cars. They look almost exactly like the cars you saw in the original G1 cartoons. Now, taking a look here, as you can see, since we're starting off talking about the car modes, like always, can't talk about much. You can see this nice design, how it makes it look so G1-esque. The only giveaway, obviously, that makes it not G1 is his blatant feet sticking out, but that's fine. And underneath, you can see there's not much kibble, actually, underneath on Ironhide. And for Prowl, well, you can see his arms and head sticking out. But either way, doesn't mean anything because these figures are amazing. I love these figures. I'm just so excited because Ironhide was my favorite, like I said, growing up. And so getting to see the guy in a vehicle mode that is transformable, looks really good, feels great, and looks exactly like the G1 one, it makes me happy. And throughout the whole week I was messing with this thing, I kept thinking about scenes from the cartoons and TV shows with Ironhide just showing up and being like, I remember the time on Cybertron, and all those funny lines he does, and oh, it just made me happy to get these guys. Same with Prowl. And I am trying to get the Blue Streak one so he can go smokescreen so I can get all three, but it's going to be a little hard to find Blue Streak since I've heard he's a Walgreens exclusive. But I will not give up. I will try, and once I get it, I will review it for you guys. Moving on here, as you can see, the vehicles are pretty big, but not super big. And as you can see, they roll very well. I mean, you keep moving the whole time. I'm barely touching them, and they keep rolling. But taking a look here, you can see Ironhide. Ooh, hello, come back. Ironhide stands here at about 5 inches long, a little over 5 inches long, and height. If it doesn't want to zip away on me, come back. There we go. And his height is just above, just under 2.5 inches. And for Prowl, we got Prowl here standing at 4.5 inches long, and for height, he's standing at just under 1 3/4 inches. Ooh. So now we'll do some size comparisons. So here you have Ironhide and Prowl next to the Siege Ironhide and Prowl. Actually, let's do this one better. There we go. So you can see how they scale together. Here is Ironhide and Prowl next to the Earthrise smokescreen. So you can see how they scale together. Here is Ironhide and Prowl next to the Siege line sideswipe. You'll understand why he's here and later in the robot size comparisons for the review. Here is Ironhide and Prowl next to the other Amazon exclusive 2-pack, Ramjet and Dirge. If I can get them in frame. There we go. So you see how they scale together. Also, I will warn you guys in this video, since I might have said it in my Ramjet and Dirge review, but I don't remember. Paint chipping will happen with these guys. It will happen with most of them, I think. But for Prowl, it happens with some of his white, as you can see here. So my white paint's chipping off and it's showing black. And then, as you can see on Ramjet and Dirge here, the nose cone on Ramjet is chipping off a little bit, showing the white underneath. And then the same with the red on his wings is chipping off. So, as you can see up here too. And then as for Dirge, the black on his nose cone actually is staying on fairly well. But the gold on his wings, as you can see, is chipping off a little bit here too. So if you store them somewhere that's not on your shelves, be careful, because you don't want to chip too much off and then have it just not look right. But anyways, and I will say that I do notice with most Transformers they do have some paint chipping, which some isn't bad and some isn't. Some of it gets really bad, but some do not. But it's a common thing you'll have collecting Transformers. So I mean, even Earthrise Smokescreen, there's some blue coming off on his, or some red coming off on his spoiler, so you can see the blue. And then same with my Optimus from Earthrise on his smokestack. Some of the silver's coming off. Speaking of which, for the next size comparison, here they are next to Optimus Prime from the Earthrise series. So you can see how they scale together. Also, from our last figure review, here they are next to the Figma Noir. So you can see how they scale together. And last but not least, for your basic 6-inch scale comparison, here they both are next to the Star Wars Clone Wars Captain Rex from the Black Series line. So there you have that. And now we're going to move along into the transformations. And I will say while I'm transforming you guys, sorry again for not having 3 videos last week. I kind of got busy with my with work and stuff, so I couldn't, with my part-time job and with some other things, so I couldn't get the second and third video up. But I will try and make it up to you guys by posting some more later, some early ones later this week, and also by letting you guys know, for those who are Persona fans, I did get and in case you're wondering, I mean, I'm talking through the transformation of Prowl, because if you see my smokescreen video review, it's the exact same transformation. But as I was saying, I will let you guys know, I did get, for Persona fans, I got the Figma Skull to review. And for Star Wars fans, I'm getting the SH Figuart Mandalorian to review too. So stay tuned for those videos. Those will be my special ones coming out later after the... because I'm going to try and do those guys. And so instead of 3 this week, you should be getting 5. So stay tuned for those guys. But continuing with the transformation for Prowl, as you saw, we popped out his arms, popped open the doors, popped down the hood of his car here. And then we popped open these little black pieces, which will become his heels. So now you can fold these down and then make the feet pull up on the back here a little bit. And you pull down and around and rotate. Now it's his legs. And unlike Smokescreen, this one's a little trickier because of here, it doesn't reach as far, bend as far. I've noticed this when you pull this down to make the chest. So you got to pull it down, and always the biggest problem is getting his little pegs around here and pushing up like this. And then as you can see, it doesn't reach far enough, so you got to push this up a little bit to get the peg to... Oop, sorry, as I was saying, just noticed it wasn't in camera for you guys. My bad. So as you can see, there's a little peg here and peg hole, so you got to push it a little forward so you can get it pegged in like that, because he has a little problem. His is a little different than the Smokescreens. I don't know if it's just it wasn't given long enough reach or clearance or what, but you got to push in low and then pegs on. Then you split apart the legs here, flip down these flaps, and then that's pretty much it for Prowl, other than giving him his blaster accessory, which looks exactly like his gun from G1. And so there you have that. So here's Prowl all finished. And I will say one of the only disappointments I have with this 2-pack that I really wish Prowl would have come with his shoulder cannons, because he always had those in the show, but for some reason all the Prowl figures don't come with shoulder cannons, and I don't know why. I always enjoyed that part from the show. Maybe it's because he's a police car, and he's kind of a police officer in the Autobot world. I don't know for certain, but I kind of wish he still came with it. But they do have peg holes, so you could probably use the missiles from Blue Streakers or a Smokescreen on them. But anyways, moving along here, now we have Ironhide. So for his transformation, this one I will have to talk through because it's a little more complex than the old Ironhide transformation. So you pop this open, and then you pop these up on this side mirrors here, and then you grab it here, and you just have to wiggle it a little bit. Oop, there we go. And then that comes off. That usually isn't supposed to pop up all the way like that, so, but it seems fine. But anyways, as you can see, pull that off, and then you can see here is his blaster, his gun. So you pull that out. Nice little weapon storage there. And then you fold up the mirrors, and then this roof and window part of his car mode, his vehicle mode, his van mode. And then you push up here on this little black handle here. There we go. And then that's done. It's now his shield, or I think this is also can be a rocket launcher. So that's done. Set down his little shield here. Grab Ironhide over. And as far as from now, he is just like the Siege figure. If you had him, you pop out these little side panels here, like so, on both sides. You split the legs apart and the arms. Fold down. Legs are done. Here, you pop down this little front part of his cab, like so. Grab here and rotate it around. Gotta pull this up a little bit so you guys can keep seeing. There we go. Then you'll flip down his arms, flip up the back there and lock it into place. Flip up his head, lock that into place. Then here you'll bend it here on the hinge joint and move up here, and there's these little peg holes here and here that peg into these two little pegs here. So you move them up a little bit, and then you just peg on his windshield. Then you just equip him with his gun and his shield. And there is Ironhide in his robot mode. As you can see, these two stand pretty well. And moving on, we'll do their posability real quick. So I'll take the shield off Ironhide. He has a bicep swivel here. As you see, his arm moves up and down like that. Rotates. Single joint elbow, it bends at 90 degrees. Wrist swivel. Head is 360 motion. Very tight waist swivel here, as you can see. He can kick forward that far, back that much, move his legs out for a beautiful spread. Single joint knee that bends at 90 degrees, and ankle pivot. And then that's it for Ironhide's posability. And then for Prowls, you can do all the same you did with Smokescreen. You can whoop if that doesn't unpeg. There we go. You move up that far, down, rotate 360, depending on if the doors get in the way or not. Single joint elbow that bends a little over 90 degrees. Bicep swivel, wrist swivels. Ball joint on his head, so you can rotate 360. Looks up that far and down that far, which I forgot to point out for Ironhide. He looks up not much at all, and down not much at all, unless you unpeg his head. Anyways, back to Prowl though. Stay up, Ironhide. And he can stand on one foot, evidently, Ironhide. But anyways, back to Prowl. Of course, down tabs. Kick forward that far. Back that much. Waist swivel. Single joint knees. Beautiful spread. Thigh swivel. Ankle pivot. And then that's really it as far as posability for Prowl and Ironhide. So now we'll get everything set up for the size comparisons. So here is Ironhide and Prowl. As you can see, it's standing at Prowl is standing at just under 5.5 inches tall. Yep. And Ironhide is standing. Don't need to be that long. Ironhide is standing just under 6 inches tall. And for our size comparisons, here Ironhide and Prowl are next to the Siege, Ironhide, and Prowl. So you can see how they scale together. Here is Ironhide and Prowl next to the Siege side swipe with the special extra pieces from the Hasbro Pulse exclusive set. The Cybertronian tank set. Here is Ironhide and Prowl next to Optimus Prime. Here is Ironhide and Prowl next to Smokescreen. And last but not least, here is Ironhide and Prowl next to the Ramjet and Dirge 2-pack. So you can see all 4 Amazon exclusives from that little wave together. So there you have that. And then last but not least, for your basic 6-inch scale comparison, here they are next to the Black Series Star Wars The Clone Wars Captain Rex. And I said last but not least, but I almost forgot, so this definitely last but not least. Here they are next to the last figure review, the Persona 5 Figma Noir. So there you have that. And here are Ironhide and Prowl ready for some action, getting ready to fight some cons. I gotta say, these guys are amazing. I highly recommend getting them if you are a Transformers fan or if you are a fan of either Ironhide or Prowl. They are an Amazon exclusive, so you can only get them on Amazon Prime. I don't know why I say Amazon Prime, I just meant Amazon. But I want to thank you guys again for watching my video from start to finish. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next to review, and I'll try and get it and review it. Thank you again for watching the videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next exciting episode of Bearcats Reviews.